Couple of minutes before the hour and 44 degrees in downtown Sylacauga this morning. Robert Curtis, who is the president of the Sylacauga Softball, Little League Softball, joined us. Robert, good morning.
Good morning. Good to be here.
Good to have you with us today. And let's talk a little softball. We've got opening ceremonies coming up real soon, don't we?
Yeah, we have opening ceremonies April the 2nd. They'll begin at 9 o'clock over at Roberts Field. And got some big things planned, so.
All right, let's talk a little softball. How many teams we got?
Well, we got 3 different age groups. We have T-ball, which will be, we have 4 teams in T-ball. Minor league, which runs our 7, 8, and 9-year-olds, we have 4 teams there. And in our 10, 11, and 12-year-old division, we have 6 teams in there. So we have a slew full of girls this year.
You sure do. Now, some of these girls coming back from last year, but a lot of the kids are new playing softball too.
We do. We actually have a lot of new players just on the team my daughter plays on. Out of our 11 girls that we have 5 that have never played before. This is their very first year. So it's actually, sport's really growing around this area.
So how long have you been in organized softball?
Well, I've been coaching for around 6 years now, and this is my 3rd year being a part of the board, and actually my 2nd year as being the president of the Sylacauga Little League.
So talk about what that entails, being the president of the Sylacauga Softball Little League.
Woo, I don't know if we got enough time to tell all of it, but you know, I help do a lot of things. I set dates for things. I go through. We set registration. We set opening day things. I help with drafts. I mean, you know, getting players placed on teams, the whole 9, you know. But I'm gonna tell you, we have a board that we work with, and the board that we have is incredible. I got some incredible people that do a lot of.
Is there a lot of board members?
There's 12.
Okay.
There's 12. So I do have a lot of help.
You do?
But I have my hand in a little bit of everything. But I do a little bit of everything from setting things up to dumping trash at the end of the night after a ball game. So getting fields ready. It's a big job, but it's very rewarding.
So we've got opening ceremonies coming up on April the 16th. And, you know, with softball, you know, you get these girls out there, and it's a very competitive softball league.
Yes, it is. It's very competitive. You know, I tell people all the time, you know, I coached a little bit of baseball. I have 4 kids, but coached a little bit of baseball. But these girls, they get out there and they get after it. It's a whole different ball game. It's a fast pace. To me, it's a little more fast-paced than baseball, and it's a lot of fun to come watch a softball.
So you got to have a lot of sponsorships. You got to have a lot of boots on the ground to make this happen.
Yes, well, it's one thing about Sylacauga Little League Softball is we're a volunteer-based organization. Everybody from our board members to our coaches, even our parents, come in and they work concession stands for us. They come in, they help pick up trash at the end of the night. It's everything we do is volunteer based, and yeah, we do have a lot of help, and it's very appreciated. Our town really shows up and supports these kids.
All right, so I'm being told that, and I wasn't aware of this, but there are 2 different opening ceremonies. You got the Little League Baseball on the 16th, and you guys do yours on the 2nd, is that right?
The 2nd, yes. You know, Laura Heath over the baseball department, so we've kind of worked it out so our opening days don't fall on the same time. So ours will be April the 2nd, but theirs will be April the 16th.
So what do you do on opening day? I know you play a lot of softball, but.
We do play a lot of softball. Well, you know, this year, it's our 25-year anniversary of softball in Sylacauga. Oh, wow. So we have a few special things that we're going to do this year. We have some original board members coming out to be a part of opening day. We'll have some vendors there. There's one I'm really excited about. It's called Give Me Sugar. I can't remember. I think it's based out of Chelsea, but they do caramel dipped apple, cotton candy, all kind of little desserts and sweets. So I'm excited about that, of course. But you know, just a lot of things will be going on, and of course we have 7 games lined up for that day.
Wow.
Yeah.
And these girls, when did they start signing up? And I guess there's probably some people like me, I'm bad about procrastinating. Is all that closed now as far as kids getting involved in the league?
Yeah, unfortunately it is closed now. We've already set teams and rosters, but we usually do sign-ups in late January, early February. And we'll usually sign up through mid-February, but you know, there comes a time where you kind of got to cut it off and get the team set. But yeah, everything's set and ready to go. We're, you know, just excited to get started now.
All right, talk about some of the rules that are in place for girls Little League Softball.
Well, some of the rules that differ from baseball, and what a lot of people look at baseball, our bases are a little bit closer together. Our girls pitch from 35 foot in minor league and 40 foot from major league, but you know, we play on the dirt field. But other than that, it's a lot like baseball.
How fast can a softball travel with some of these girls?
Well, some of these girls, I'm gonna tell you, and I'm gonna name some names because some of these girls need a little recognition for their work. We have a young lady named Kinsley Smith who pitches, and she's hitting probably in the mid 40s.
Wow.
At a 10-year-old kid. Sophie Castleberry actually plays with my daughter, and she's probably right there close to her, if not a tad bit faster. So it's pretty amazing to see what these girls can do, because I can't pitch like that. I've tried to do it at practice, and I've tried to teach it, and I just can't do it. So these girls do an amazing job.
All right, we're talking with Robert Curtis, who's the president of Sylacauga Little League Softball, which has opening ceremonies on the 2nd. And, you know, that complex right there, you've got, I think, 3 fields right there total. Yes. You guys are up on the hill.
We are on top. We are on the hill. We actually got it good. All the rain runs off of us down to the boys' field.
Speaking of getting the playing field in good condition, it takes a lot of people to do that and keep it up as well.
It really does. It really does. I'm out there a lot. I have, you know, you liable to ride by at any time and catch me out there working. Alan Terrell will be out there all the time working. But it takes a lot. We actually have a work day this Saturday, you know, in case anybody out there wants to come help and volunteer a little while. We'll do some cleaning up. We'll do some things to the field to help get ready for opening day. We're in the field's in good working order, but you know, we always got to get that last little extra things done to be officially ready for an opening day.
All right, the uniforms, how does that work? Are the uniforms have sponsor names on them, or how do y'all do that?
Yes, every one of we have an opportunity for companies to sponsor a team. So not only do you get a sign in the outfield, but you'll have a sponsor name across the back of our kid's jersey. Like ours, personally, we have Mint's Machine will be our sponsor, and I'd name the sponsors, but I'm sure I'd forget one. But yeah, they can sponsor a team, and they'll have their name across the back of their jerseys. All
right, the equipment itself, talk about some of the safety concerns and safety equipment that you employ with girls softball.
Well, the few things that we do differently than baseball is we require all batters to have a face mask when they bat. I've seen a lot of foul balls come up and hit the face mask, so that's a really good thing. But the biggest thing that we do is we have a fielder's mask. And it's something the girls have to get used to. It fits around their face while they're in the field, but I can tell you I've seen several balls bounce off a face mask, and that will really save a pretty little girl's face from a black eye.
It could be a long, drawn-out dental procedure sometimes.
So it's, but like I said, these girls, they play so hard, and some of these girls really hit the ball hard, and we're closer in than baseball. You know, our bases are shorter. We pitch from a shorter, so it's really.
How many innings?
Well, we play time limits.
Okay.
Minor league will play 75 minutes. Major league plays 90. But usually we average, when we get towards the end of the season, we're averaging 5-6 innings a game.
So is it a running clock? Is that how it works, or what?
Yeah, well, it'll run, and then we'll finish the inning at the end of the time.
Okay.
So.
Okay. Now, all these coaches and assistants, and all are volunteer. Nobody getting paid.
No, it's all volunteer work, but it's rewarding.
Yeah.
When you see these girls hit the field and they're smiling and they're having a good time and they're learning, and that's the thing I always push with my coaches is, hey, what's fundamentals. I want to see these kids get better. And nothing's more rewarding than to see a kid struggle with a certain aspect of their game, and then all of a sudden it just clicks and they figure it out, and that's the best part of what we do.
What is the youngest age group?
Our T-ball, our T-ball is 4, 5, and 6
Now, I
year
bet
olds.
that's interesting.
There's a lot of sandcastles built. A lot of sandcastles built. Some of them are really nice sandcastles. But yeah, that's a fun age group to go watch.
No doubt about it. Robert Curtis is the president and director of the Sylacauga Little League Softball, and what year? 25 years?
25 years, yeah. I was surprised myself. I actually come home from work and I had a letter from Williamsport, which is, you know, the home of Little League, and I thought I had done something wrong. You know, I thought I'd really messed up, but it was actually our silver certificate for 25 years of Little League Softball here in Sylacauga. And to me, that's a big deal because after doing a little research, Auburn University is actually celebrating their 25th year this year.
Wow.
Alabama has been playing for 26 years. So we're right there with some of these major universities playing softball. So I thought that was very exciting.
Wow, no doubt about it. And we're talking Little League girls softball. Do they have the playoffs in Little League softball, like regional tournaments and that kind of stuff?
Well, we do. We usually go and play through Parks and Rec, their all-star tournaments and stuff like that. It's just a little bigger in the state. But Steve Masters allows us to come and do that. And Steve, we work really well with Steve, and he does a lot for us and helps us out when he can. But we usually go and play there. And we played last year in Vestavia. So I don't know where we'll play this year, but I guess we'll see.
All of us parents and grandparents and aunts and uncles and brothers and sisters, we want to see our children play. We don't want them sitting on the bench all the time. Does everybody get to play?
Everybody gets to play. We actually, Little League has a play 2 innings, bat once rule, and we've actually come in and changed it up a little bit. We do a continuous batting order in every age group. So what that means is, just say 10 through 12 year olds, where we used to just play 9 and bat 9. Now if you have 11 players, which is what we all have, every kid will bat in a continuous lineup. So instead of a kid playing 2 innings and batting once, they might only play 2 innings, but they'll get at least 3 opportunities to get up there and hit the ball. You know, and we feel like, you know, being a developmental league, that's more important than playing 2 innings, batting once, giving these kids the most opportunities they can to get better.
You know, we'll have a lot of coaches in the stands, whether we're parents or grandparents, and you know, we know what's best. These umpires, you know, they catch a lot of flack, but you know, these men and women, they love what they're doing as well.
Yes. The umpires, I tell you, and it's getting to be a problem in youth sports, where every year we get less and less umpires, referees, whatever. So I always encourage, you know, my teams, my coaches, like, hey, let's let the umpires call the game. They're not perfect. They're going to make their mistakes. They're going to do their things. But at the end of the day, and I always tell them this, whether an umpire's right or wrong, they're right.
Yeah.
And we're not going to argue with them, you know, because it's about the kids. It's not about winning a ball game. It's not about who won the trophy last year. It's about these kids getting better and having fun. And when you have a parent, or just say you're a child and your mama or daddy's out there hollering at the umpire, you're not having fun anymore. So I always encourage them, hey, let's let the umpires do what they do, let them do their job, and let's make sure the kids have fun.
All right, talk about the bats. Are they metal bats or wood bats or aluminum bats or what?
Aluminum and composite is the main thing. We have a USSSA stamp that has to be on the bat for the softball, but you know, other than that, it's pretty wide open. Our T-ball, we're a little more lenient on them because some of them will swing a T-ball baseball bat, which is fine, but we're a little more lenient on that one until they get to the older age groups.
All right, let's talk about opening ceremonies coming up in just a few days, as a matter of fact, April 2nd.
Just a few days, April 2nd. We have some big things planned. I can't give it all away because I want everybody to come out and see it, but we are inviting all former coaches, players, umpires. If you've ever had any dealings with Little League Softball in the past, we invite you to come out and celebrate 25 years with us. We'll have vendors set up. We have one of the founding members throwing out the first pitch. I'm gonna keep that a secret till opening day. We're in talks with Lacey Wood, Miss Sylacauga, singing our national anthem. We got a lot of big things going on. I'm really excited about it. We're actually gonna make a picture collage of over the years of softball from when it began to when it keeps, till it is now. So I encourage everybody to come out and be a part of it.
What time it start again now?
It starts at 9 o'clock. We'll start at 9 o'clock. We'll do opening ceremonies, and it's
All the teams dressed in their uniforms that day?
everybody's dressed in uniforms and on the field. And as soon as we come off, we'll start playing softball. So there won't be no downtime. It'll be straight from opening ceremonies to playing softball, and then just come out and enjoy the day. We're gonna set up a tent. We're gonna be there all day long and just watch these kids go out and have some fun.
And there's nothing like a hamburger or a hot dog or cotton candy at a ball game.
There really is, and I'll tell you, I'm not a big fan of hot dogs. My wife will tell you that, but there's something about sitting in the stands,
Just getting the smell of it.
yeah, drinking a cold Coca-Cola with a hot dog at a ball game. There's nothing like it.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Hey, we're talking with Robert Curtis, who's the president and director of the Sylacauga Little League Softball opening ceremonies on the 2nd of April. I know that y'all don't do this. In Little League Baseball, they have this draft and they have the trading of the players and stuff like that, and they really get involved in that. Y'all don't do that, do you?
Well, it happens. We'll sit down and we have our drafts, and of course every year there'll be 1 or 2 trades made. But it's pretty. These coaches and everybody gets in a little bit of agreement. I've had girls that have played for me since they were 6, 7 years old. So when we go in the draft, these coaches know, hey, these kids are off limits. These are Robbie's kids, So, it's not that competitive as far as drafts and stuff. Now, when we hit the field, it gets competitive, but it's all in good fun. And
Now, Robbie, what drives you to keep doing this?
Man, just these girls. These girls. I love these girls, and I love kids in general. I've coached football and I've coached baseball, a little bit of basketball, and at the end of the day, I love kids, and I love to see kids have a good time. And a lot of times, we don't know what some kids go through. And some kids live in bad homes, bad situations, and this is their favorite time of the day. They get to go to practice and get away from some of that, and that drives me to the point where I want these kids to have fun and grow up having fun. And they're at the end of the day, they're kids. They're supposed to be playing and playing in the dirt and running with their friends, and that's why I do what I do.
You wouldn't think about it, I don't guess, but pitchers, the softball pitchers, I'm sure that it puts a lot of pressure on their arm, their elbow, their shoulders, and you have to be cognizant of all that.
Well, actually, softball pitching is more of a natural motion than baseball.
Okay.
So like in baseball, I'm the safety officer for the Little League boys, so I have to make sure all the pitch counts with baseball are where they need to be. Softball, we don't have a pitch count because it's more of a natural motion than overhand baseball. So it's actually a lot better for their arms. Like they can pitch today, turn a whole game, turn around and pitch again tomorrow. So it's a lot different. It's a natural motion. So it's really not the strain on their arms that, say, pitching a baseball game is.
Now, I don't know if I missed this, but before we go this morning, there's always a first pitch that is thrown at these opening ceremonies. Did we mention that? Are we holding that or what?
Well, it's a bit of a secret,
okay.
But we do have a founding member, probably the lady who really decided, hey, I want to do something for the girls, and really made the push to do it. And I don't want to give it away yet. I want everybody to come out to opening ceremonies and watch this.
All right, so if people watching this morning would like to get involved as a volunteer and doing whatever is necessary, including workday Saturday, what do they need to do?
Just contact us. We're on Facebook, Sylacauga Little League Softball. You can contact us. You send in a message. 99% of the time, I'm sending the message back to you directly. But anybody that wants to come out and volunteer to help, to clean up something, whatever it may be, we never turn anybody down. We'll take anybody that can help us. You know, so and I encourage the everybody and we have girls that show up that don't have kids involved that just want to help teach the game that they love. So if there's anybody that ever wants to do that, message us on Facebook, get with somebody, a board member, whatever, and we will get you out there to help these girls.
All right, let's hit a few home runs April the 2nd and enjoy some hamburgers and hot dog and cotton candy and spotlight our girls in Little League Softball. Robbie, thanks for coming today.
Thank you.
Robbie Curtis, the director and president of the Sylacauga Girls Little League Softball that starts 9 o'clock on April the 2nd. We look forward to seeing you there. We look forward to seeing you back right after this on Daybreak Live.